Alright, here we go. Ubisoft. Oh my fucking god. My god. The Ubisoft conference was 2 hours. And it felt like 4 hours. I mean, there were times where the Ubisoft conference just ground to a halt. And it just felt like it dragged. And Ubisoft, if you see this video, next year your press conference should be trailers, a little bit of gameplay, move on to the next game. We don't need to, I swear, there was one time where it was like a 25-minute gameplay demo. Save it for the show floor. That's why you have a booth on the E3 show floor. Ugh. Oh my god. That press conference is just way too long. Alright, let's see. Ghost Recon, don't give a fuck. Alright. I am not a fan of any of the Tom Clancy games, to be frank. They're not for me. I'm just not a fan of it whatsoever, so I don't care. I will say though, you know, it wasn't indicative of the entire Ubisoft press conference. It was, oh, here's the new Ghost Recon game, and we're going to show you 20 minutes of gameplay. Where, like, nothing happens in most of it until the chase at the end, which, you know, is like pretty much every game like this. The Division, they talked about some of the DLC. I haven't played The Division because I don't care. You know, like I said, I'm not into any of the Tom Clancy games, so blah. For Honor, they showed it last year. This year, they showed some gameplay. It looks interesting. I mean, it looks like, you know, a good game from gameplay perspective, except, you know, it's too bad that there's already been numerous YouTube videos that have kind of settled the samurai versus Viking versus knight debate. So, yeah. And then they announced that, you know, Far Cry Blood Dragon and the Trials franchise we're having a baby. Trials of the Blood Dragon. I mean, if you're into the Trials games, okay. I literally tried the Trials. I literally did a trial in a Trials game. It wasn't for me. Nah. I guess it could be interesting if you're into that stuff, but for me, it's just Okay, they showed a sequel to, they showed, what was it, Grow Up, sequel to Grow Home. I don't really know anything about it because I didn't play Grow Up or Grow Home, whichever one was the first game. Watch Dogs 2. I didn't play Watch Dogs 1, so I'm not really that interested in Watch Dogs 2. I mean, what they showed looked interesting, but The VR stuff, okay, but the only thing from the VR stuff they showed that looks like it's got real promise is the Star Trek bridge crew, but other than that, I mean, what was the other thing they showed? Oh, the South Park game, The Fractured Butthole. Yeah, I think I know what they're going for with that name. I hate to say this, but I haven't played Stick of Truth. I mean, what they showed of that game looks interesting, but I'm not really a big South Park fan, so I'm probably not gonna get around to it. But I mean, if I have to like really give grades and thoughts and everything, I'll put it this way: the worst conference by far was EA. EA had the worst conference by far. I would put Ubisoft next, followed by Microsoft, and I think I would go Bethesda, then Sony if I had to rank the press conferences. Because I know there's going to be somebody in the comments going, well, why don't you rank the conference? Well, there you go at the end of this video. I just ranked them. EA the worst, followed by Ubisoft, followed by Microsoft, then Bethesda, then Sony. Because mostly, the only reason I put Bethesda below Sony is because some of the stuff they showed was just kind of like, some of the stuff they showed was just kind of like who the fuck was asking for that? You know? So, alright. Peace.